Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Renji Abarai Bleach S.H. Figuarts. Last video I reviewed the Ichigo Kurosaki one. And I'll be honest, this figure is also pretty decent. I know this is like kind of a running theme in this line, but it doesn't do anything out of the ordinary. But it's a pretty decent figure. Not a lot of stuff to talk about. I already, went over news and stuff in my last video. This is probably going to be a bit of a shorter video, but I just wanted to get this review out of the way because there's some stuff that I really want to talk about. But really quick, let's take a look at the box. So it's a pretty like one-to-one recreation of the one for Ichigo, just with a green color scheme. It's got the moon window and motif. It's got the Tamashii Nation's quality seal, so it's authentic, of course, as well as the Studio Pierrot sticker. It's got a picture of the figure on the front, on the side, some sample poses on the back, and then another picture on the side as well. So pretty decent packaging. I said it in my last video, but this is probably my favorite packaging out of all the figures that I own. So really quick, question of the day: who is your favorite character in Bleach? And I'll be honest, it's probably Renji. I loved Renji in the Soul Society arc. He had a really great dynamic with Ichigo and Rukia and all the other characters. Super fun character. It's probably between Renji and Ichigo for my favorites, but I'm kind of leaning towards Renji. I really like Renji. That's why I got this figure. But yeah, really quick, who is your favorite character in Bleach? And then let's get on to the video. So this is the way the figure comes out of the package with two fist hands and a neutral expression. Just going over the sculpt and everything. The bottom half is practically Ichigo's. And like I've said over and over, I don't have a problem with the way the legs look. So the legs look fine. They are using different arms. So this is like your standard Shihakusho uniform for Shinigamis. The arms look fine. I'll get into the articulation in a little bit, but it's not as good as Ichigo's. I'll get to that in a couple minutes. But the hair and everything, it's wild. I really love that about Renji. He's like he's one of those wild cards, you know. And his the way he looks definitely reflects that. But the sculpt and paint and everything, there's not a lot of paint. I'm pretty sure most of it just goes onto the hair and the white on the uniform and stuff, and right here on his chest. So the sculpt, it looks perfect. Honestly, I don't see any problems with the way the figure looks, and the paint looks all right to me. As well as the printing and stuff. Right here you can see on his forehead the tattoos go like past his head here. So yeah, that, it looks fine to me. Like I've said before, the Bleach figures don't do anything outstanding, but for me personally, they do it everything just fine. They do everything they're supposed to do, and they do it great. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give the sculpt and everything, I don't know about a perfect 10 out of 10, but I'll go ahead and do it a 9 out of 10. So now we're on to the accessories. Once again, they're sparse. It doesn't really come with a lot. So Renji does come with 3 pairs of hands and 1 single hand. I thought I was missing one, but no, it just comes with 1 single hand for the left. It's kind of weird, but whatever. I remember my friend asking me about about this figure because we both got it at around the same time, and he said that he was missing one. And I never really paid attention to it, but he never was missing a hand. It just comes with one single hand for the left, which is kind of odd. But he does come with 3 pairs of hands and one single hand for the left. 5 different faceplates. A handle for his sword when it's sheathed. And, of course, it comes with his Shikai Zabimaru. So this is probably my favorite part of the figure. Once again, it's got to be the sword. So he comes with 2 fist hands right out of the package. 2 sword holding hands, of course. 2 splayed out hands or relaxed hands. You can use these however you want. And then this single hand for the left. Not really sure why they just did one single hand, but whatever. He does come with a neutral faceplate out of the package. He comes with a smiling face. That one looks really great. He comes with like a shocked face. I'm not really... there's like a trend I'm seeing with these figures that they all come with shocked faces for some reason. A yelling face. And then a worried, confused face. So the faces are pretty great. I love the printing on them. They look like Renji, which is great. And then there's the accessory for the sword when it's sheathed. And then it just pops in like this. And you can have them in a neutral pose if that's your thing. But once again, the accessories are pretty sparse. Not a lot of stuff to go off of. Oh, I almost forgot the sword. So Renji's sword, Zabimaru, it comes with the sword in its released Shikai state. And I would have loved if they did something like where the sword could be segmented. I don't know how they could have done that. But that would have been really cool to see. But aside from that, the sword looks really great. I love the sword. Just be careful. The same with Ichigo's sword. It's very big and fragile, and it's got these blades coming out the side. So just be careful with that. Very prone to breakage. But yeah, aside from the sword, very sparse. I would have liked some effects. I'm not exactly sure what effects Renji would have come with, but effects are always nice. But accessories, I'll go ahead and they're definitely better than Ichigo's. I love the face plates a lot more than Ichigo's. I'll go ahead and give it an 8 out of 10. Alright, so going on to the articulation, right off the bat, the head articulation is much better than Ichigo's. So he does have these strands of hair falling over his shoulders, which are articulated, which is a nice surprise. You can move them behind his head if you want to have them looking down like this, or you can have them moved up. You can see there's the hinge under the hair tie, and you can have them looking up pretty far up. Sorta, not really, but that that's definitely appreciated. So going on to the arms, butterfly joints, of course. Sword poses are gonna be no problem. So these are a little bit more finicky than Ichigo's because of these baggy sleeves that he has, but of course they're gonna be no problem. For sword poses, they go 360, no problem. All the way to the back, no problem as well. You've got a bicep swivel, of course. Double jointed elbows, which look pretty good actually. They don't go in very far because of the sleeve, but that's fine. And then you've got your standard ball pig, and it goes 360. I noticed this the other day when I was posing these guys, but the joint on my right hand for this figure was kind of loose. And I'll show it for you guys. So the sword for this figure is pretty big, and it is kind of heavy. And it weighs down the hand just a little bit, which is kind of a bummer. Or yeah, that way, which kind of sucks. But I know there's solutions to that. I've seen nail polish. If you guys have any other solutions you'd like to give me, I'd very much appreciate that. That's just probably my only figure, but my only problem with this figure. But I know there's solutions for everything. This belt piece here is separate, and then his sheath for his Zanpakuto is articulated, and I'm pretty sure you can remove it, but I'm not gonna try it. I learned that the hard way with another one of my figures. I'll probably do a review on that one pretty soon. Spoiler alert, he also has a big sword. That should give you a clue. Ab Crunch, definitely a lot better than Ichigo's, and his whole body goes down about that much. So that's honestly pretty good for a figure with this kind of build. And then, of course, the legs are practically the same as Ichigo's, sculpted butt cheeks, of course. You can move them out of the way, but it doesn't really help that much. So the legs go up about that much. Not so far back. Single jointed knee, of course. Thigh swivel goes all the way around if you really want. Foot articulation, pretty much the same as Ichigo's. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same for all the other figures coming out, for Byakuya, Kenpachi, and Hitsugaya. You've got pretty decent ankle rocker. Mine are kind of stiff because I haven't messed around with these figures for a while. But foot goes up and down about that much. Ankle rocker's pretty good, and it's got a basic toe hinge. So yeah, the articulation is honestly just a little bit better than Ichigo's. It's got better ab crunch and better head articulation and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8 out of 10. 8s across the board. So my final thoughts about this figure, it's also pretty decent. These figures, they don't do anything that blows my expectations out of the water, but they do just fine, and that's okay for me. The sculpt is kind of perfect for Renji. I praise these figures for their sculpts and everything. They definitely replicate Type Kubo's styles. One of my favorite manga artists of all time, by the way. I love Kubo's art style. Accessories kind of sparse once again, but I think the faceplates are much better than Ichigo's, as well as the articulation. So if you're a Renji fan, this figure is perfect. I'm a Renji fan for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and give the figure maybe a 9 out of 10. It does what it's supposed to do, and it does it well. My only problem is, of course, this, but there's definitely a solution for that. I am biased. So going on to the question of the day, who is your favorite Bleach character? It's probably Renji for me. So there's my bias. But speaking truthfully, I did want to talk about everything objectively. So yeah, the figure is pretty great. If you're a Bleach fan, definitely pick this one up. It's a pretty decent figure. You can get it into all kinds of poses. Form your own opinion before you consider others. So that was my review on this figure. Tomorrow, I should be getting the Byakuya Kuchiki S.H. Figuarts, so I'm very excited for that. Look forward to that video tomorrow, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.